Hello, everyone. I am getting set up and ready for our conversation today. Hi, my name is Jessie. For those that are new to my page or this platform here, my company is called Lux Giving, and we do events for apartment complexes. So today, I am going to be talking to y'all about October events. As I was preparing for today, this song came across my mind, and I'm sure you've all heard of it. Is "Wrecking Ball" by Miley Cyrus, and I was thinking to myself as I was driving into the office, I'm like, this holiday season is going to be coming at us like a wrecking ball, because if you really think about it, this is our real first fall holiday season. In the post-pandemic world of it all, because last year, even though we may have done stuff, it still was very much so grab and go. And for some of you, you may be in a space of like, how do I go about planning resident events going into this fall season in 2022? So I've decided that I'm going to actually get back to doing these monthly series where I'm going to be giving you a little bit of sneak peek, like and an inspiration for upcoming resident event ideas. So I won't keep you long because I know everyone's quite busy right now. And you may not even be present to the fact that Halloween is almost 30 days away. And so please don't get sidetracked with everything else, especially when it comes to events, trying to plan things in this upcoming year, because you may find yourself in a position that um, you're adding additional stress onto yourself as well as onto your team. So I can see comments. So if you do have any questions on anything that I'm talking about, please feel free to comment. I also will make sure that after I go live that I will post my Pinterest board, because I do create Pinterest boards specifically to support leasing offices and property managers with coming up with resident events specifically for our niche. So you're more than welcome to check that out. Okay, so let's get right into today's topic. It's all about October events because we're halfway through September. All right, so I'm going to give you 6 different event ideas that I think that you can implement into your community. As I often say, when it comes to planning activities, it's not a one size fits all, because your demographic, your location, um, the community itself, all will impact how you will execute these events. So you can take the ideas I'm going to give you, and you may still need to tweak it because, again, every city, state, demographic has different types of ways to celebrating these. Okay, so the first one that I wanted to share is, just in case you're not aware, is that October is National Cookie Month or Cookie Month. This is a really cool idea specifically for those of you that might be in student housing, or they may have a lot of family friendly, or you're looking for something that's family friendly. Um, there's different ways you can go about actually executing Cookie Month, but the two that I wanted to share with you is going to be, the first is doing a sugar cookie decorating class. So those of you that are looking for craft ideas, this is a real cool way to be able to do an interactive experience that's edible. As much as I love the whole phenomenon of canvas painting, it's usually the last thing that I ever recommend to a community, because the investment that you have to make into that class is relatively high. But for that artwork to just go into someone's closet, like, I've never really heard of anyone saying, "Oh, I did this artwork, now let me hang it in my apartment." It's just something that gives people thrills at that moment, but then it goes hidden into a closet. So I'd rather something that's going to either be reusable, or is going to allow people to use it as a life skill set. So again, I think sugar cookie decorating would be a really cool option. Since it is in October, if you wanted to, you can have an instructor come in and teach how to do, some type of really cool flower, not flower, but leaf, where you can have it be a Halloween theme, cookie decorating, however you choose. But a sugar cookie decorating class is something that would be really awesome to execute. The second thing that you can also do when it comes to Cookie Month, if that's something that you choose to do, is going to be doing a cookie station. This is something that we're actually planning for a community right now. And what we're going to do is have different types of cookies, different toppings, also various types of milks and treats. So then that way, it's all about the presentation. I feel as if when it comes to event coordinating, the presentation is the key. People are drawn in by their eyes, so you want to make sure that you're putting that extra effort into how you're going to present it. And I think if you did a cookie station, it would be really cool. If you have an adult, if you want an adult version of a cookie station, you can do like some kind of boozy milkshake that goes with the cookies. So then it's not trivial because again, we don't want people to feel like it's childish. We want them to feel engaged and excited about the experience. Okay, so the next one that I want to bring up is Breast Cancer Awareness Month is in October. I have seen over the years different people, different communities handle this totally different. Yesterday on my LinkedIn page, I did share some fundraiser ideas. So if you did want to do something for Breast Cancer Awareness Month, um, fundraisers are a really great way to be able to celebrate. I find that fundraising activities are well received when it comes to fall because people tend to be more in a naturally giving state. So if you wanted to do like a 4K or a raffle prize for Breast Cancer Awareness Month, you can do that. In the past, I have also seen people do dessert stations that's all pinked out for Breast Cancer Awareness Month. These are really cool. I actually am planning on creating a video on how to do balloon arches because something that's been brought to my attention is that even though a lot of times people use platforms like Pinterest to find inspiration on how to do decor, it can be hard to actually find it or find things that are easy enough for you to do with all of the tasks that are on your plate. So I am going to show y'all how to do a arch for Breast Cancer Awareness Month. You can do it also for Halloween or any other holiday because I know that people are really wanting to have these awesome room decoration experiences, but those do cost money. In my opinion, a lot of balloon decor, uh, when it's a whole space, can be at minimum of $600, just depending on where you're located, of course. So if you wanted to do something for breast cancer awareness, do a dessert station, and you can have people do donations for a specific charity. That can be a really cool experience. Something that Lux Giving is going to be doing for the month of October is that we're going to be partnering with several communities to do pop-up dining experiences where we're going to be donating 30% of the profit to specific organizations. So I feel that if you wanted to do something for breast cancer awareness, use this as an opportunity to provide an experience. People pay for experiences and then have some kind of fundraising part or component to it so that it's a win-win. Okay, now we're into the next or the third idea. The third idea is going to be for National Popcorn Popping Month. I love popcorn all year round, but when I naturally think of the fall, I think of caramel apples, I think of hot apple cider, I think of popcorn, hay rides, pumpkin painting. All of that is what comes to mind when I think of the fall. So considering that October is National Popcorn Popping Month, why not do a popcorn station where you can have two different popcorns, a plain and a butter, or a plain and a kettle corn, and then you have like 6 to 7 different toppings. The toppings can be everything from sprinkles, you can have candy, you can have Chex Mix, marshmallows, different types of toppings, and then you can get really pretty. Uh, because again, we're talking about visual aesthetics. Get some really nice bags. If you want me to share some links on that, I can share some links of some really cool bags that you can use. So then that way, again, it's it is a lower cost event that can have a big bang. It just comes down to how you're going to present it and the extras that you're going to do. So if you did do a popcorn, like a popcorn station, has a complimenting drink with it. This is something you could do in your lobby. I think if you wanted to do this in house, this is something that can be easily managed with probably with, I would think that as long as the head counts under like 70 residents, I would think and staff can handle it. Uh, a hack is just buying the popcorn already pre-popped. I do not recommend you just popping all the individual bags because, again, that will take a lot of time for your staff, where it might just make more sense to go to your local popcorn place in your area. See if they'll even give you some coupons to send your residents there and just get like 2 to 3 big bags of pre-pop popcorn and those basic flavors. And then all you have to do is get the individual, and then all you have to do is just get the toppings and put them in the nice containers. But if you do have to pop the popcorn, I would not do that for 75 residents. I would do that for only 10 people or less. Just buy the popcorn already in these big bags and it'll make it a lot easier for you. Okay, the next idea that I wanted to share with you is going to be, again, very fall inspired. And it's going to, I have it called charcuterie and wine tasting. Charcuterie boards are so big right now. It's something that I see often on social platforms where people love these little mini charcuterie boards. The other version I've seen is people doing charcuterie in little mason jars. So they are called charcuterie jars, and then you can do it with a paired whiskey tasting. So if you are going to do this, maybe just have a signature drink so that it's easier for your staff, where people can self-serve themselves if you do allow that, or hire a bartender to be able to make the cocktail, but have a whiskey-based drink with a charcuterie jar. I think that, and you have some music, and if your tenants are very social, this can be a really cool concept for a fall happy hour because it is October. If you did want to do this for Halloween and your residents tend to be on a more mature uh, age bracket, then I would say that this can be something you can do in conjunction with Halloween. Um, because I'm not a big fan of doing pizzas and things like that for Halloween, because if you've ever done a pizza party, you know people go through pizzas. I remember one of my first events that I did for a Super Bowl. I had like 30 pizzas for a community, and it was done in like 30 minutes because people were taking 4 or 5 slices. And after that, I was like, I will never do anything with pizza again. So I like to do food stations. So if you're going to do something for Halloween, a charcuterie and whiskey is going to be a cool concept. Okay, the next event that you can do for October that's in theme with it being for the fall is going to be a caramel apple station. These are so fun. I love them. I've been offering caramel apple stations now for, I don't know, at least 7 years. And what makes it fun is that, or the reason why I like food stations, if you haven't really tried food stations, is because you know that there are going to be residents that have all types of food allergies, food preferences, and depending on where you're located, it can be a little bit overwhelming to make sure that everyone feels as if there's something that's going to be to their liking. So when you do food stations, the person that don't like chocolate, no worries. You can have the apple drizzled in caramel. Oh, you don't like chocolate or caramel? You can get the apples and just put some nuts and peanut butter on top, whatever. But caramel apple stations, you can either do the whole apple, or we've also done it with apple slices. Apple slices will help you with cutting back on the servings, and of course, you won't have people just waste the apples. Where if they do caramel apple stations with apple slices, you'll be able to get more servings out of it, and it still has a very awesome effect when it comes to it. All right, now we're down to the final idea that I wanted to be able to share with y'all when it comes to you doing a October event. And of course, it's Halloween. Is a big holiday that everyone likes to try to do something for. I know some communities are going to be doing pet costume contests, which are really cool to do. Reach out to a vendor that's in the area that does things for pets. They probably can give you gift some gift certificates or some kind of gift basket that they might be able to be willing to donate. Or if you wanted to for Halloween and you don't have a community space, this is the perfect opportunity for you to reach out to local retail spaces like a local bar or a local restaurant that is going to be doing something for Halloween, where you're going to be having a special offer for your tenants to actually go and participate in. So it alleviates your staff with having to do something on site where you can do this um, at a location. And then also the other way that you can do Halloween, if you want to do trick or treating, I've seen in the past where you put out a sign up sheet for residents that are going to allow people to trick or treat, so that they can put a sign on their door so that when families are taking their kids around to trick or treat in the building, they know which apartments are going to be participating. And again, it creates a safer environment for people, on Halloween night. So I hope that these ideas are helpful for you. It gives you something to think about. I feel like I was talking really fast, but I just wanted to get these ideas out to you to start really thinking about October. I know a lot of people do try to do Oktoberfest events as well, but the thing is Oktoberfest actually starts in September and it ends like October 3rd. I know sometimes people are like, oh, I'm going to do Oktoberfest on October 16th. It's not even really Oktoberfest at that point anymore. Um, but I highly recommend taking heed to some of these inspirations and ideas. I will make sure in the comments to also put the Pinterest page that we have where I share different marketing ideas and some items that you might want to purchase for your decorations. And so in a couple weeks, I'll be doing this exact same type of video, but for November. And if you have any feedback or you want to know more, please let me know. I am here to support you. And I hope that this information has been helpful for you. Alrighty, I will talk to you later.